Hi there, Bon Crowder with Math4.com. Math is not a four-letter word. Here discussing a nifty product from Discovery Toys called Think It Through Tiles. Think It Through Tiles, there's this nifty little case thing, and then there's all these numbers. And I have stacked the numbers in order. They usually recommend that the numbers, you line them up at the top like so, 1, 2, 3. It's not really necessary. So I'm just going to use them as a stack because I'm going to need this space up here in just a minute to show the problem that we're doing. So I have gone to one of the books, the official Think It Through Tiles book for advanced math multiplication, and I'm just on page 1. So it's not terribly advanced because it's multiplication. So starting at the first page, I look at the first problem I'm looking at over here to the side, and the first problem is 1 times 2. So I'm going to take the 1 designating the first problem, and I'm going to look at the question set. First problem is 1 times 2, and then I'm going to look at the answer box, which you see has now appeared, if I'm going to do this right, appeared over there in the area to the top left of your screen. So you see that 1 times 2 is 2, and that corresponds to box D. So I'm going to put that there. Question number 2 is 5 times 2, which is 10. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Notice in the answer box there is the number 2. We've already taken up that spot with the number 1, but that's where the think it through comes in, because these numbers don't end up in these spaces that correspond to the same numbers. They end up in the spaces that correspond to the answer of this number. It's kind of weird, but that's the through part. So you have the problem, you have the solution, you have where the solution goes, and then you put the problem number in the solution box. So there's quite a few steps in this process. So problem number 2, this is problem number 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 corresponds to the answer box B, so I'm going to put it there. Problem number 3 is 4 times 3, which is 12. And that's in letter box K. Now notice the temptation here to put 3 in letter box I, because there is a big huge 3 in letter box I. This does not go in this box. It goes in the answer box. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 is the answer box K, so I put that there. Number 4, 3 times 1 is 3, so it goes here. Notice the temptation to put it in J. Temptations to put it in J because that's where the number 4 is. Thinking it through. Number 5, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 is letter E. Number 6, again, there's a 6 corresponding to A. That's the temptation. But problem number 6 is 5 times 3 is 15, which corresponds to letter box G. No, problem number 7, 8 times 2 is 16, corresponds to letter box C. Here's problem number 8, which is 3 times 3 is 9, letter box H. Problem number 9, 9 times 2. Again, I'm looking off in this direction because that's where I've got the book. Problem number 9, 9 times 2 is 18, which corresponds to F. Almost done. 2 times 2 is 4. This is problem number 10, corresponds to J. Problem number 11, 7 times 2 is 14, corresponds to problem answer box 11. And 12, 3 times 2 is 6. Woohoo, that's left. So you do all that and you go, yay, I'm done. Well, of course, we can't have a math problem without a back of the book. So here's the back of the book. You close this thing up, and you flip it over, and you open it up, and you've got a nifty little pattern. And the nifty little pattern corresponds to the bottom right-hand corner of the booklet. So here's the booklet, and down here in this teeny weeny corner, there's this shape that you now see displayed in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And you notice that it corresponds to this shape as well, and all the colors are connected. So it's a self-checking tool that you can play with your child, or they can play it themselves. All the Leapfrog products, kind of self-checking tools because the machine does it for them. Well, this, if they get something mixed up, uh-oh, I know those are wrong. So I can remove these, close it, flip it again, and go attempt problem number 1 and problem number 7 and see how they fit here in C and D. So that's the Think It Through tile set from Discovery Toys. I'm Bon Crowder with Math4.com, reminding you that math is not a 4-letter word.